तव कथामृतं तप्त जीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमंगलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः. Let us resume our discussion on Sri Ramakrishna's spiritual discourses with his intimate devotees at his residence in Dakshineshwar temple premises on a Sunday afternoon dated 26th of October 1884. This appears in the 4th section of the 13th chapter of the first volume of the original Bengali presentation Sri Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita. 1:13:4. Under chapter 4 of the second volume of the Hindi translation Sri Ramakrishna Vachanamrit, within the section 101, 201:4. Excuse me. And under chapter 32 of the chronologically presented English translation, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Let us recapitulate the salient points discussed in our last couple of classes. This is a very important section dealing with the practical tips how to live in this world, and it is extremely important for one and all. By one and all I mean all the spiritual aspirants. Spiritual aspirants are broadly classified into two heads. One, those who prefer to step out of the worldly life and embrace the life of renunciation. Devotees are of two varieties: Tyagi Bhakt, those who renounce the world, and Grihi Bhakt, those who are householders. Now, normally we feel that the spiritual disciplines and way of life should be different. Yes, there should be difference, but not the way we normally think. There is the catch here. So first of all, Sri Ramakrishna says that the goal of human life is to realize God. Now that is equally applicable for both. Secondly, he says the means to realize God, the requirement is renunciation, a life of renunciation, Tyaga. whatever he is saying is in conformity with our scriptural injunctions. In the Upanishads it has been specified, tyage naike amritatva manashuhu. By renunciation alone, there is no exception, no two different standards for householders or sannyasis. By renunciation alone, that immortality is attained. It is not said tyagena, by renunciation. That means there is something else also. Tyage naikena, त्यागेन एकेन, बाय रिनाउंसिएशन अलोन, दूसरा कोई चारा नहीं है। त्याग का मार्ग ग्रहण करना ही पड़ेगा, चाहे आप सन्यासी हो या गृही बनो। Now there are various questions arise out of this injunction. First is, if by renunciation alone immortality has to be attained, so then how it can be attained? By living in the life of a householder. क्योंकि संसार तो भोग का जगह है। This world is a place for enjoyment, sensual pleasures, physical pleasures. इसको ही संसार कहलाता है। अगर संसार में रहेंगे और त्याग के मार्ग आपको चाहिए होगी, ये परस्पर विरोधी है, contradictory terms, they oppose each other. This is the problem with our life. Thakur is resolving. That's why it is very important, relevant. Unless we resolve this question, there will be always doubts and suspicions, and with a doubt and suspicious mind, you cannot go far. Bhagavad Gita, it has been said, Sankshayatma Vinashyati. Those who have a doubtful mind, there is no end to them. They are ruined. So we must clarify all the doubts. Our mind should be free from any suspicion and doubts, then only we can proceed in our way of life with confidence. And that help, that guidance is obtained from the immortal words, the nectar of the speeches of Sri Ramakrishna. That's why this Ramakrishna Kathamrita, Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, is a practical handbook of a spiritual life. It has to be read properly, understood properly, and implemented properly. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. First it has to be heard. Thakur has said so many words, it has to be heard, it has to be read. That's why it is being repeatedly being said, read the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna without fail every day. As you eat every day, sleep every day, similarly, a small section, Salpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat, even a little section. You don't have to read chapter after chapter. It is not a novel, it is not a fiction, it is not a history. It's a practical handbook of our life. Little bit we study, Shravana, then Manana, it has to be cogitated. If you are not able to understand, then go through the discussions, go through the discourses, either hearing on internet or by reading, whatever method is available, or you do self-cogitation, and then whatever comes out of the resolution, that should be implemented without fail. नहीं तो नहीं होगा। आप पढ़ लिया, समझ लिया, लेकिन जीवन में अपनाया नहीं, कोई फायदा नहीं है। It is a dynamic process. Spiritual life is a dynamic life. It has to be implemented, and the result has to be obtained here and now. आगे का बात नहीं है, अभी तत्काल इसका फायदा उठाना चाहिए। किसका? मनुष्य जीवन का। हाउ? बाय रियलाइजिंग गॉड, by being in touch with God, by being in communion with God in any way. But this doubt is in our mind that it has been said त्याग के रास्ता में चलना पड़ेगा और संसार तो भोग का जगह है. So this part we have already discussed. That Sri Ramakrishna has said कि in order to maintain even our body, we have to remain in the world. When we say that renunciation alone is necessary for God realization, then it should not be any infeasible method. Now, one way you are saying that to renounce the world, and the other way you are indicating it is not possible. So then it gets concluded that God realization is not possible for householders. Now, householders cannot give up their hearth and home. That is not their way of life. But Thakur has not said that it is meant for sannyasins alone. This has to be properly first heard and believed, that Sri Ramakrishna has not indicated anywhere that householders are inferior, sannyasins are superior. Though this conception is embedded in our mind because of the history of the spiritual development of the world. Whenever you think of the exalted personalities, the incarnations of God, they led the wonderful life of renunciation, indicating giving up their household at the prime youth of their life and taking the name of God, getting out of the world. Take the name of Buddha, give up his life. Shankara, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, they are all the incarnations of God. Jesus the Christ, they never had a householder's life. Those who had a householder's life, they left it, त्याग कर दिया. तो मन में सब समय ऐसी एक भावना होती है कि अगर संसार में होती तो उन लोग क्यों छोड़ दिया? संसार छोड़ के न भगवान प्राप्त हुआ. In order to break this dilemma, this time Bhagavan incarnated as Sri Ramakrishna and lived in the householder's life till the last day of his life. It's a wonderful demonstration when he is saying that God realization is possible both for sannyasins and householders. आपने जीवन में करके दिखाया. कभी ऐसी हुआ नहीं. The first time in the history, I have repeated earlier, that the same person is behaving and living like a householder, pakka householder, and also the emperor of sannyasins, sannyasi samrat. त्याग का आदर्श जीवन, गृही का आदर्श जीवन. Normally we think those who are attached to God, they have some concession for conducting their householder duties. This is also wrong. Many people seek some concession. अरे इनको बात छोड़ दीजिए, वो तो भगवान के लेके रहे, संसार में उसका ध्यान नहीं है. ये बिल्कुल गलत है. जिसको संसार में ध्यान नहीं है उसको भगवान में भी ध्यान नहीं रहेगा. ये बात पक्का कर लीजिए. भगवान में आपका ध्यान है कि नहीं पता चलेगा संसार में कितना ध्यान है. That will indicate. संसार में कोई उसका संबंध नहीं है, संपर्क नहीं है, जो भी कुछ हो जाए वो उसका ईश्वर में भी उतना लगन नहीं हो सकता है. That's why Sri Ramakrishna has said that you have to be very serious. The person who can make an the job of an accountant for a salt business, he will be equally competent as an accountant in the business of sugar. It doesn't matter what you are doing for. You are doing the calculation on one mind. So the same mind when applied to householder duties, it will be perfect. Same mind when it is applied to spiritual practices, it will be perfect. So first of all he says, it is possible. Let us keep this idea embedded in our mind. God realization is the goal of life, meant for both householders and sannyasis. It is equally possible for both these classes of devotees. Now let us come, how is it possible? The practical difficulty. Now Sri Ramakrishna says that why a person cannot give up this world, because whether he is a sannyasin or a householder, what is the difference? Now the householder has to take care of his household, his dependents. There are some dependents, his family members. He has some householder's duties. So if he give up the world, who will take care of the duty? So he is bound for. And he thinks that since I am bound by my duties of the dependents, then I am constrained, I am bound, I am not getting the opportunity to call on God full time. That is the problem here. Now, the Shastras say, you have the responsibility to maintain your household as a householder. The sannyasin does not have to maintain a household. But both of these classes of people have to maintain their body. It's the most important point. This sharir, this body has to be maintained. The sannyasin may not have any responsibility for his dependents, but he has a full responsibility to maintain his own body. The person, true sannyasin, is that person who has transcended the body consciousness. There is a very rare one or two. But the most of the people who are staying in this world have body consciousness. So as long as you have body consciousness, dehabhimani ho, there is no question of leaving the world. You have to maintain your body. You have to live in the world. So then, how we implement this injunction in our life? How the householders will implement the injunction? Sri Ramakrishna says, the idea given in the scripture for the householders was and is to follow the life of renunciation internally, mentally. There is no harm, you remain in the world, but you should not have attachment for the world. The example is given that there is no harm if a boat floats on water. If a boat has to proceed, it has to float on water. You cannot take away the boat on the ground. It cannot move. So for all of us to make any progress in life, we have to be in the world. But खतरा ही है, अगर नाव का भीतर पानी पहुंच जाए तो नाव डूब जाएगी. If water enters in the boat gets drowned. So what the householders have to do is to remain in the world but not get attached to worldliness. संसार छोड़ने का बात नहीं कहा गया, संसार आसक्ति त्याग करो. You have to understand what is to be renounced, what is to be given up. We have to give up the attachment for the world. If you cannot give up the attachment for the world, then even if you are physically going away from the world, that attachment will be standing in the way for your God realization. It will be counterproductive. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita it has been said, Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha. Jo nirahari, those who have forcibly abstained themselves from the contact of the world, what happens to their mind? Vishaya vinivartante. The imprinted, embedded desires in the mind accompany them wherever they go. You cannot get out of this mind. You cannot get out of this body. So the mental desires will torment your body wherever you go. You may be physically away from the society, but you cannot be away from your body and mind. And the desire is in the mind, not in the world. So what you have to give up is the desire of the mind. Asakti tyag. So this is the injunctions prescribed by the householders. What Sri Ramakrishna demonstrated in his life. The householder need not seek any model. It is in the model of Sri Ramakrishna. He was staying with his married wife till the last day of his life and did all the protocols for her maintenance even after his demise. I mentioned Sri Ramakrishna was so concerned for his wife that he knew that after his death she'll be alone as a widow. Who will take care? So she should be provided with some measures for her perpetual maintenance. Like a pakka bishayi, he got some of a portion of his salary. He used to get 5 rupees per month. Pujari ka paisa milta tha. तो वो बचत करके that amount was invested in the estate of Mathur Babu, so that interest accrued of that investment may be sufficient for her perpetual maintenance. That is the duty of a householder. He did it perfectly. And also, whenever necessary, he always called her to his side to take care of him, so that she was given the opportunity to be with her husband. जो कुछ करना है सब कर लिया. तो आदर्श गृही का जीवन कैसे जीना है करके दिखाया. So that the people may follow. They may not say ये तो संभव का बात नहीं है. देखो कैसे संभव किया. On the other hand, what is the injunction for the tyagis, sannyasins? For them also, the method is the life of renunciation. But here, the application is different. So there are two different methods of application of the same principle. Tyagi naik amritattva manashu, that is true for both. But the grihis will practice this renunciation internally, not externally. Whereas the sannyasins have to practice both internally and externally. So, what is to be the detachment from what? We are saying we have to be detached. आसक्ति छोड़ना पड़ेगा. कौन चीज का आसक्ति छोड़ना चाहिए? That is also to be clarified. शमशान में कौन चीज छोड़ना चाहिए? Even for sannyasins. These are staying in the world. So they have to give up this attachment in their mind कहाँ से मन उठाना पड़ेगा? नॉर्मली वी थिंक दैट the various austerities are to be adhered to. ये छोड़ दिया, वो छोड़ दिया. This worldliness has been specifically defined by Sri Ramakrishna in 4 items. If someone gives up the attachment to these 4 items, then the problem is over. The disturbing factors which take our mind away from God are 4-fold. They are, number 1, lust, passion, काम, which Sri Ramakrishna used to say Kamini. It used to be thought that one has to give up woman. Now it is equally applicable to women and men. So if woman has to be given up, the woman should not give up woman and stick to men. The woman means, it is Kam means Kamini. In plain and simple words, the attachment for sex. And second is Kanchana, gold. Sri Ramakrishna say women and gold. It's not gold, it is wealth. So passion and wealth. Now, gold or currency has nothing to attract us. Why gold is necessary? Gold is a means to satisfy our sensual pleasures. This is one thing. Secondly, even if a person is not attached to sensual pleasures, the wealth has such a power of attraction that it deludes our mind. Wealth, many people hoard wealth for wealth's sake. So one purpose of wealth is it is a means for satisfaction of our pleasures. It is a value. That apart, wealth has a power of attraction on its own. For example, a miser, कृपण, उसका धन इस्तेमाल नहीं करते हैं, धन रखने से ही उनका आनंद होता है. So what is to be given up is our attraction for the sensual pleasure, this fourfold: attraction for sex, attraction for wealth. Thirdly, attraction for name and fame. We may have transcended our attraction for sex and wealth, but we get bound to attraction to infatuate our ego, ahankar, by highlighting our name. We are working very hard, leading a good pure life, earning money, no attachment for wealth. We are making a huge donation, helping others, but with the hope that my name should be highlighted. Whenever a donation is made, we want to ensure that my name is printed in the report. That apart, we want fame also. Naam Jash. Kamini, Kanchan, Naam Jash. Fame. People appreciate me. I do something. I publish my activities. People are called forward. So these are the attachments which take us away from God. This has to be given up. mental detachment. But for a sannyasin, he has to be physically away from all these four items. He has to live in a place away from the life of enjoyment. He should stick to a life of purity, poverty, obedience. Obedience ensures that you are not above all. You are not supposed to highlight your ego. You are a servant of God. You are not a master. So sannyasin's life is also a life of renunciation, both externally and internally, and householder practices a life of renunciation internally, without jeopardizing his or her worldly commitments. This is discussed. Now a very important question has been said. So far we have made it clear that giving up this world is not possible either for sannyasin or householders. So the method is these two ways how this can be done. Now a very important question has been asked, which we are supposed to discuss today, where we ended in our last discussion. वो प्रश्न पहले सुन लीजिए. There is one intelligent devotee, Mahima Charan. He asked this question. Sir, can one who holds to that also hold to this? Sri Ramakrishna says that be in the world and lay hand to hold the feet of God, and with another hand do the work of the world. एक हाथ में संसार करो, एक हाथ में भगवान का पूजन करो. Practice work and worship simultaneously. This is the method you can understand. अब इनका प्रश्न है, तुम लोग मन से त्याग करो, अनासक्त होकर संसार करो. This is the instruction given by Sri Ramakrishna. You are a householder, therefore you should hold both to this and to that, अर्थात both to the world and to God. संसार भी करो, ईश्वर को भी पुकारो. समझ गया? इनका प्रश्न है, ये क्या संभव है? Very very important and practical question. उन पर मन जाए तो क्या फिर संसार रह सकता है? वेरी प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चन. अगर कोई भगवान को ही सच मान लिया, वो व्यक्ति के लिए संसार में रहना कैसे संभव है? देयर इज ए पर्पस फॉर लिविंग इन दिस वर्ल्ड. वी लिव इन दिस वर्ल्ड बिकॉज वी वांट टू एंजॉय द वर्ल्डली प्लेजर्स. जिनका वर्ल्डली प्लेजर से कोई मतलब नहीं है, उस संसार में क्यों रहेंगे, कैसे रहेंगे? रहना संभव तो है, पता लग गया. इज इट पॉसिबल? बट क्यों रहें? व्हाई नॉट गिव अप द वर्ल्ड? दिस क्वेश्चन कम्स टू मोस्ट ऑफ अस. Those householders who are seriously trying to realize God, they are haunted by this question. और कितना दिन तक संसार में रहना पड़ेगा? क्यों रहे? किस पर्पस? हम तो इसके संसार के साथ मतलब नहीं है. जो संसार जिसको अच्छा लगता है, जो धन कमाने चाहते हैं, भोग करने चाहते हैं, उन लोग करे. हमारा तो मतलब नहीं है, हम तो भगवान को ही चाहते हैं. तो संसार में क्यों पड़े रहे? मजबूर. दे थिंक दैट दे आर forced to remain in the world because of some bondage, their misfortune. जितने जल्दी हो सके संसार छोड़ के जाने चाहते हैं. This is the problem. तो संसार में रहते हुए पूरा मन लगा के भगवान को भजन नहीं कर सकते हैं। मन में सर्वदा वो मुक्ति का एक तीव्र कामना होती है, कब संसार छोड़ के चले जाए, भगवान को प्राप्त करेंगे। वही इनका प्रश्न है, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, एंड सी हाउ भगवान इज रिजॉल्विंग द क्वेश्चन, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। भगवान इसका समाधान कैसे कर रहे हैं ये देखना बहुत जरूरी है, उसी अनुसार जीवन पालन करना चाहिए। He says, how is it possible and why should he do? This was the question. Can a man live in the world if his mind is once directed to God? भगवान का अपना मान लिया तो कैसे रहेंगे? इज इट पॉसिबल? श्री रामकृष्ण सेज, व्हाई नॉट? जरूर संभव है। देन ही सेज, वेयर विल ही गो अवे फ्रॉम द वर्ल्ड? I realize that wherever I live, I am always in the Ayodhya of Rama. The whole world is Rama's Ayodhya. This is a golden statement. We have to understand that why we want to leave this world. Because we think that world is not a place of habitation for spiritually inclined people. World is a place of attraction for the worldly pleasures. This is our idea. ये संसार रहने वाला नहीं है, संसार हमको ईश्वर से विमुख करेगा. This world is standing in my way for God realization. This is wrong. Sri Ramakrishna is hitting on this point. संसार कोई नरक नहीं है. We think संसार नरक है, यहां पर कोई भगवान का भजन नहीं हो सकता है. श्री रामकृष्ण से संसार राम का अयोध्या है. Read the Upanishad. They have not restricted the presence of God in temples and churches and in forests and caves only. ईशावास्यम इदम सर्वम. जो चारों ओर भगवान का उपस्थिति है. God is pervading the entire world. There is no difference. God is present everywhere. So it is our misfortune that we see only Satan in this world and miss the presence of God. The moment we realize that God is present around us, that moment the world will no more be a hell for us. World will be equally attractive. So it is a change in our outlook. This is called the holistic attitude for life. We have to change our way of thinking, way of life, way of look. Sri Ramakrishna asked a very pertinent question. That I was meditating with the eyes closed, and when I opened my eyes, I asked myself, if God was present as long as my eyes were closed, did it disappear when I kept my eyes open? आंख बंद रहने से अगर भगवान का उपस्थिति अनुभूत होता है, आंख खुलने के क्या भगवान गायब हो जाते हैं? स्वामी विवेकानंद कहते हैं, He is present. बहु रूपे षण्मुखे तुम्हार छाड़ी कोथा खुंजिचिश. Where are you seeking him, thy friend? You are seeking him. Where are you seekest thou, my friend? He is present everywhere. Jatra jatra netra pade, tatra tatra Krishna sphure. That is the holistic attitude of life. You see God everywhere. So this Sri Ramakrishna narrates with an incident in the life of Ramachandra. It's very interesting. This is what we are thinking. This is not a bogus question. Question is very relevant. Whoever is been seriously trying to realize God remaining in this world, this question is bound to happen in his mind or her mind. हम संसार में क्यों पड़े रहे? Sri Ramakrishna replied with an incident of the life of Ramachandra. Now when Ramachandra was sent for education to the teachers, Guru Griha में भेजा था, and then he attained wisdom. In those days, the education comprised of two dimensions, Paravidya, Aparavidya. Unfortunately, in our system of education, we are forced to study only Aparavidya, secular knowledge. No spiritual wisdom is given to us. That's why our life is truncated. That's why it is necessary to study the scriptures, sooner the better. Because we have not been given this education. But not in those days. In those days, Ramachandra was provided this education, both secular knowledge and spiritual wisdom. The moment he got the spiritual wisdom, he understood that realization of God is the goal of life. That has to be attained first. So he concluded, if God is to be attained, first of all let me attain God, then I will look for something else. And since realization of God requires a life of renunciation, and that is more convenient to lead this life of renunciation, staying away from the world. Because the world is a place of attraction which constantly drawing our attention towards the world, whereas we have to concentrate on the God within. तो संसार से अच्छा बेहतर होगा संसार छोड़ के चले जाए, जो कि हम सब समझते हैं. So he came to his father Dasharatha after returning from his education that I have decided to renounce the world at the moment. संसार छोड़ के मैं चला जाऊंगा और ईश्वर को आराधना करूंगा. This is recorded. And Dasharatha was in a great fix. But this young man, he has decided, and he was a man of determination, Ramachandra. Whatever he decided, he would follow. But he wanted an amicable solution by seeking the permission of his father. Dasharatha could not convince him, because Ramachandra was very, very clear in his mind that realization of God is the first priority, and that can be done by following a life of renunciation, which is more congenial by staying away from the world. So Dasharatha could not convince him, so he called Guru Vasishtha to make a counseling. He said, आप इनको थोड़ा समझा दीजिए तो संसार छोड़ के चले जाएंगे, और ये अगर जाए तो बाकी तीन इनके जो भाई है सब छोड़ के चले जाए तो हम कैसे क्या रहेंगे. Guru Vasishtha was a man of wisdom. He was a realized soul. Now, whatever the conversation of Ramachandra and Vasishtha was there, that is recorded in Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana. There is a book, another book, Ramayana, Yoga Vasishtha, the conversation of Guru Vasishtha and Ramachandra on this topic. Now, Vasishtha explained to Ramachandra the nature of this world. So his first logic was This world is a world of Maya. It does not exist. It's called Ajatavan. It's a detailed philosophical analysis he did that is recorded. But that is not relevant here. Vasishtha gave another set of arguments which has been quoted by Sri Ramakrishna. Now Vasishtha said, Rama, please argue with me. He didn't want to force his opinion on Ramchandra. That is not the job of a guru. An ideal teacher will win you over through reasoning, through intellectual understanding. That is the way of making you convinced. कुछ थोप देने से कन्विक्शन नहीं होता है, आपको मानना ही पड़ेगा. क्यों माने? तो समझाना पड़ेगा. Then he said, please analyze with me, please argue with me and prove that why you want to renounce the world. Why are you giving up this world? Because you think the world is a place which will drag you to worldliness. But can you say that the world is without God? God is present in this world. Can you deny that? He said, no. If God is present in the world, how do you blame God for getting away from Him? God always wants that we come to Him. So focus your attention on God and not on worldliness. The world is not to be condemned. The condemnation should be in your attitude. Here you are seeing a hell in a heaven. आप दिन को रात देख रहे हो, रोशनी का ओर देखो, अंधकार को मत कोसो. Both are present. See, there is a difference in your way of life, the way of attitude. When Ramchandra analyzed, then he could not see the world without the presence of God. He said, if you are seeing God around you, whom to renounce? जहाँ भगवान चारों ओर विद्यमान है, उनको यहाँ से छोड़ के कहाँ भगवान को तलाश के लिए जाओगे? Which has been said by Swami Vivekananda. He is present everywhere around you. इनको छोड़ के कहाँ तलाश करने के जाओगे? तुम्हारा चारों ओर जो भगवान विराजमान है सूक्ष्म रूप में, उसको प्रत्यक्ष करने का कोशिश करो यहाँ रहते हुए. भागना कोई समाधान नहीं है. It's only wastage of your time and energy. So here Sri Ramakrishna says that Vasishtha gave this argument to Ramchandra, who was burning with the spirit of renunciation, तीव्र वैराग्य. हमको भगवान प्राप्त करना ही है, लेकिन he didn't discourage him. Yes, you should realize God, but do not have a wrong way of life, wrong insight, wrong attitude to see the world around you. We see the world as we are. A child, a baby, does not see any sin outside. Just look at the attitude of a child, ever free, ever happy. सबको अपना लेते हैं. Swami Vivekananda says that a child, a baby, does not see any thief. This idea is not in his. There is no idea of sin. See the world as very place of happiness. It's only we pollute the world with our way of looking, our way of insight. There is no pollution outside. Pollution is inside. We make ourselves transparent. The world is as beautiful, as pure as God. Then what happened? Ramchandra became silent. So he silenced Sri Ramchandra with this attitude, with this idea. Now, in the Yoga Vasishtha, first argument was there that the world is Shasha Vishanavat. His first argument was, the world does not exist. The world is a Maya. So there is no question of giving up this falsehood. Try to understand. There is no pair of horns on a hare. Shasha Vishanavat. तो शशक होता है, तो जो हेयर होता है, खरगोश होता है, उसका कोई सिंग नहीं होता है. When you say Akash Kusum, some flowers blooming in the sky. Now this is a bogus statement. This has no reality. It is mithya. कभी होता नहीं, कभी हुआ नहीं, कभी होगा नहीं. If you tell somebody, you give up the flowers of the sky, he says, आसमान से कभी फूल होता ही नहीं, तो हम क्या छोड़ें? ये बकवास है. Similarly, this world is only, the Vedanta says, that is what the Yoga Vasishtha says. The Vedanta says, the world is not existing. It is only an appearance. Buddha also said the same thing. It is only appearance. अगर कुछ है नहीं, जगत त्रिकाल में है, तो क्या छोड़ेंगे? But as I said, Sri Ramakrishna took recourse to another argument of Vasishtha, where he said, the world is not devoid of God. God has created this world and He is living in this world. He is not outside. भगवान संसार छोड़ के आसमान के ऊपर बैठे नहीं हैं. संसार का भीतर ही हमारे चारों ओर विराजमान हैं. जो चारों ओर विराजमान जीता जागता भगवान है, उनको दर्शन करो. उनको शैतान रूप से दर्शन न करो, उसको भगवान रूप से दर्शन करो. वी सी द वर्ल्ड आउटसाइड एज आवर एनिमी. लेट अस चेंज आवर एटीट्यूड. You see the world outside as a manifestation of God. That is the holistic attitude. When you see the world as a manifestation of God around us, what is the necessity of living God? जो जीता जागता भगवान चारों ओर विराजमान है, इनको छोड़ के अब कहाँ भगवान का तलाश करोगे? भगवत दर्शन नहीं हो रहा है, इसलिए संसार हमारे लिए परित्यज्य है. संसार नहीं छोड़ना है. हमारे भीतर में जो दृष्टि है, जो चिंतन है, उसको बदलना चाहिए. That is what Sri Ramakrishna says. बार बार उन्होंने बताया, न तदंती बिना यत् स्यात् मया भूतम चराचरम. कोई भी चीज हमें व्यतीत नहीं है. दिस चतुर्विंश तत्व, this world, this creation, this srishti, this prakriti, there is no different than me. That's what the scriptures say, the Bhagavad Gita says. So इसलिए when we have this attitude, then we cease to see the world as an impediment for my spiritual progress. Rather we see that it is a place engulfed with God, a place of habitation, to be with God, to enjoy His company, and that will be conducive for our spiritual development. The God should be realized both with eyes closed as well as eyes open. So our life is not truncated. We normally feel that we do spiritual practice during the period of meditation. 2 घंटा सुबह, 2 घंटा शाम, 4 ही घंटा हमारा धर्म जीवन होता है. बाकी सब व्यवहारिक जीवन, संसारिक जीवन होता है. ऐसे नहीं है. नथिंग इज संसारिक, एवरीथिंग इज ईश्वर जीवन. जब आंख बंद करके ध्यान में बैठे हैं तब भी भगवान, आंख खोल के जब कर्म कर रहे हैं तभी भगवान. भगवान छोड़ के आप एक पल तक नहीं रह सकते हैं. That's why the message of the Bhagavad Gita says that tasmat sarveshu kaleshu ma manusmara yuddhacha. Every moment you should be engaged in the remembrance of God and discharging your duties. Whatever work is given by God to be discharged, wherever you are, be you a sannyasi or a householder, whatever work has been assigned to you, जो कर्म भगवान ने दिया हुआ है, वो भगवान की समर्पण बुद्धि से किया करो. That is your spiritual practice. वो भगवान का आराधना है, कर्म ही उपासना है. जब हाथ में काम है उपासना रूप से करो, जब काम नहीं है भगवान का भजन करो. माम अनुस्मर युद्धे च. Let us not confuse ourselves by shifting our physical locations here and there. Wherever we are, that is the place God has kept us. The environment He has placed us, that is the most conducive at the moment. जैसे जरूरत होगा वो बदल लेंगे. He knows how His children should be maintained, where to be kept, and how their growth has to be designed. Cooperate. Let us cooperate with God. Whatever the resources have been provided, whatever environment has been provided, let us make full use of that environment with the single purpose to realize God in this very life as soon as possible, as early as possible, and make our life blessed. We'll continue further in our next Sunday class, which will be at least 2 weeks from now, because next week we have the mantra diksha of Swami Gautamananda ji. Niranjanam nityam ananta rupam bhaktanukampadhrita vigraham vai Ishavataram parameshamidyam tam Ramakrishnam shirasa namama. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Let us conclude with a chanting of the name of the Lord all together. सब एक साथ भगवान का नाम करें. Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Hari Krishna Hari Om Ram Krishna Hari Om Ram Krishna Hari Om Hari Om Ram Krishna Hari Om Ram Krishna Hari Om Ram Krishna Hari Om. Now the announcements. Tomorrow